Hello, my gorgeous darlings, my wonderful cherubs, my delicious little pickles. I've been out there again. Yes, a public health warning was issued. And I just can't believe how tired people are. And I have to say, even I've been a little bit tired, which is pretty unusual. But anyway, people are really, really tired out there and just a tiny bit fed up, to say the very least. So I thought today I would turn all that fed upness, that misogdom, that raw into an and share some yoga tips with you all to help you sleep, regardless of your mobility or ability. And actually, some of these that I'm going to share with you can be assisted, and I'll explain that as I go along. So if you care for or work with somebody who has, physical challenges in moving, you can really, really, really help them. So this is everything I share. I love it to be for everybody, the neurodiverse, neurotypical, whoever you are, I just want to help. So we all need a bit more sleep. And the reason we need a bit more sleep is because, believe it or not, melatonin, the sleep hormone, is made from, well, actually it controls mood and aggression as well. So you can see how they link up. It's amazing how we're made. Oh my God, I nearly went on a nerdy one then. Yes, so melatonin is the neurotransmitter of sleep, mood and aggression. And believe it or not, it's actually made from serotonin, which is our hormone of happiness, confidence and self-esteem. And a lot of us are really, really low, particularly in the serotonin. And if we don't sleep, what happens is, while we're lying there going, oh, I can't sleep, my mind's really full of things, and you're battling away in your head, thinking about things, worrying about things, being fearful, all of which are so normal in these times, what you're actually doing is using up your serotonin. So when you get up in the morning, if you do have very little or disturbed sleep, or even worse, no sleep, my daughter's a total insomniac. It's awful, really, really awful. You really see the importance of sleep. And she's really not at the moment. But you're using up all the serotonin that you're meant to have for that day. Because believe it or not, and I have said this before, back in one of my 120 videos, just to save you scrolling back and losing the will to live, I'll just recap quickly now. Our bodies normally produce a daily quota of serotonin, and it just helps us cope and function, feel confident, stay on top of things throughout the day. If we don't sleep, we use that daily quota and have none left for the morning. Because serotonin makes melatonin, we then don't have enough to make our sleep hormone, so we don't sleep. So you can see how that vicious cycle begins, and it really is horrible, and it's very much why depression, anxiety, all those negative fear-based feelings really attack our bodies when we don't have enough serotonin. You can see why. Not only that, when we're under long-term mental pressure and stress, our brains start to make this really evil chemical called myelin. I don't like it. And it's the actual, if you could put mental health challenges into a hormone, it would be that. It would be that one. And our brain produces that when it's not being filled with enough serotonin and melatonin. Of course, some people's bodies don't produce enough serotonin naturally. And so sometimes they need a bit of help medically just to balance out, and I'm not here to comment on anything like that, because I've had to be on that in the past, for brief periods. So, it's how you are at the time. But if we have enough sleep, we've got our full daily quota of serotonin to face the day, to paint the world yellow. Oh, look, I'm wearing the right top. And buzz around like a busy bee. Again, I'm wearing the right top. And, just be able to cope and function. It's so important. And then we've got enough left to make that all-important melatonin to sleep. And I've shared things with you before about how to do that through touch. So today I'm going to show you how to do it through just 5 very, very, very simple yoga poses. You do not need to be a full-on yogi with a mat and blocks and straps and whatever else it is. You don't need all that. I'm actually demonstrating mine on my healing bed. Just as a note of warning, do not do this at home. I'm only doing it because I don't know how to film myself on the floor. So I'm doing it like this. But it's just so that you get an idea. So you have to pretend in your imaginations that my lovely healing bed, my lovely massage couch, which I've got loads of blankets on it and things so people feel all tucked in and lovely when they come and see me for treatments. And so I'm going to demonstrate on here just so that you can see me basically and see what I'm doing. And it's really, really simple. And you can do it lying on a rug. You could do it on the floor. You know, you can... It's so accessible and so easy. So have a go, because what it will do is push that serotonin up from your gut. I'm always banging on about how 90% of our serotonin is in our gut. You'll push that up to the brain. That will help to make more melatonin, and that will help you sleep. Also, when we massage our gut, we're really, really massaging and easing that center of overwhelm, fear, anger, dread, anxiety. It's all bottled up here, ready to explode like a big volcano, and we don't want that. We're going to be calm, and we're going to sleep. And if we sleep well, we have better focus, better perspective. We could take a deep breath when we meet a misog and try and understand that maybe they're having a hard time and not just snap back. We have to be kind to each other. You know, people are losing that. Anyway, I'm about to go on another rant, so I'm going to stop now. I'm going to hop up on my bed, which you're pretending is a floor. By the way, don't do this on a bed. Oh my God, I could just imagine the streams of complaints. Right, so I'm pretending I'm on the floor. And this first one is called the bridge. So you literally just put your legs up, hands down by your side, and you lift up your tummy as high as you can. Just lift it up, and if you look at the ceiling, I find it helps. Now, if you've got somebody who needs to be assisted, you can actually, what I do is I put their knees against my chest. I kneel down by them, put their knees against my chest. I slip my hands under their back and I lift them gently. So you can help somebody who has reduced mobility to be able to do this. And this is opening up our lungs, helping us breathe easier, push that dopamine up that vagus nerve, that gut-brain axis, the polyvagal theory. You know, you're pushing that dopamine, the hormone, that my favourite one that I'm always going on about, my little party hormone. You're pushing that up to the brain and back down again and clearing all that from the brain to the gut, first brain to the second or enteric brain. So you're doing wonders. The other one is lovely and easy. I love this one. It's awful. It's got the most terrible name. Do you want to know what it's called? It's called the corpse pose. I mean, well, anyway, I prefer to call it, I usually call it when I go and work with children, the quiet pose, or even better, I get them to name it, because I think it's really nice for children to be able to do that. And you're just lying down, flat on the floor, and again, look up at the ceiling. And this helps the whole body just relax. And even just doing this now, it's absolutely beautiful. It's just bringing your body to stillness, helping you breathe deeper, you know, helping to just relax all that fear and anger and negative feelings, the overwhelm, the meltdown, the seat of meltdown. You're just relaxing the whole thing and letting the floor support you. So it's a really lovely feeling of being held. And I will very often get children out of wheelchairs, you know, people with reduced mobility, and I make them really delicious beds with rugs and blankets, and I put them on that because I think stretch your backs, darlings, stretch them, feel held. You know, it can't be very comfortable to sit in the same position all day long. So I'm a really big one for getting anybody of any age out of their wheelchairs and gently assisting them to do these simple things. And social workers, when I've gone into from care homes to children's homes, they are amazed that afterwards the individuals sleep better. And it's all noted, because a lot of the places I go into, it's 24-hour care. So it works. So, you know, let them feel that delicious feeling of not having to be stuck in a position. Let their bodies relax. You know, it's beautiful. The next thing, and I have shown you this before as the rock and roll, but we're not going to rock and roll today because we want to be sleepy. You know, when I go side to side. Not only that, knowing my luck, I probably fly off the edge of the bed. So, and we're pretending this is a floor. So you literally hug your knees to your chest like this. And this massages your gut. And you know what that does? Oh my God, I love it. I love it. So this really helps get that serotonin up to the brain, and that's going to help you make more melatonin. So, and if you have somebody with reduced mobility, lie them down on some lovely rugs. You know, go and grab a double duvet and fold it in half, put a cushion there for their heads, and you can gently be near them, kneel next to them, lift up their knees and gently push them to their chest. And you can even rotate them clockwise and anti-clockwise very gently, because you imagine if you had reduced mobility and somebody did that and really eased your back, really eased, you know, all that you're storing in your gut because you're permanently sitting down. It's beautiful, and you can see their little faces light up and just relax. It's gorgeous. So next I'm going to show you another one, and this involves lying on your tummy this time. I'm going to pull everything down. I wish I was wearing something huge and floaty, but anyway, that wouldn't really do for yoga. So this one is the upward facing dog, and you lie, so imagine you lie flat on your tummy on the floor, not a table, and you just bring your arms like this and rest on your elbows, and you lift your chest up and you look straight ahead. So if you can look straight ahead, that's going to help you get your chest up. And that again is pushing the serotonin, the dopamine up from the gut. It's opening your lungs and it's helping you breathe. Just remember to breathe. You know, it's just in through the nose, out through the mouth if you can. And it really is doing wonders on a neuroscientific level. You know, you can even turn it into stories, you know. 1 minute the dog's looking up, the next minute it's having a little lie down. You know, you could turn it into all sorts. Engage the kids, make it into stories. I always say this. Don't just make it like another routine. Our kids' lives are full of routines at the moment. And I just think it's lovely to take yoga poses, massage techniques, whatever it is, and get the kids to put it into stories, you know? It also helps their creativity. But anyway, to finish, because I'm always like this when I do massage or any of my therapies, if I open somebody up or I open up alongside them, because I always do it with them, never just to them or for them, it's good to close down afterwards and have that safe feeling. So I'm going to show you the child's pose, and this is really beautiful. So if you kneel up, you'll want to get your tummy onto your thighs, so, or your chest. I've got my tummy and some of my chest on my thighs, so I hope you can see. Let me move the Aslan hairdo just a moment so you can see me. And then you just put your arms behind you with the palms facing upwards, and you put your forehead on the floor and you let your whole body relax. And it's delicious. It's like being encased in a little cocoon. It's very womb-like, and it closes you down, but it's also pushing up all that serotonin, dopamine, and just opening up that beautiful rest and relax, putting the body into what's called the parasympathetic system, which means rest, relax. And honestly, sleep is vital. It's vital. You know, we can all miss the odd night, good sleep, and we feel it. But you imagine a lot of people out there at the moment are suffering badly with insomnia. And it's a really, really real thing and can lead to some serious mental health issues, emotional issues, social anxiety. It doesn't help any of those things. Your self-esteem, your ability to cope and function. You know, we only have a few hours out of 24 hours where we can actually rest. So if you can just do a little bit of yoga to help you just drift off, it would be wonderful, and you'll reap those benefits. And you can just do it, just do 5 minutes a night, get your body used to it, and you will really, after several nights of doing this, you will really begin to feel the effects. My daughter has now begun doing this, and it's really helping her. So she's had 3 good nights sleep on the trot. Fingers crossed, I'm hoping. So anyway, have a good week, my darlings. I hope that your weeks are full of serotonin and melatonin and dopamine and yellow and feeling on top of the world. And spread the joy. Be kind, do your yoga, and I'll see you next week. See you soon.